Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good day. John Lopez UK here today. Today I'll be making a MadOut2 comparison video on the iPhone 7 Plus against the iPhone 11. For the first test, we're going to be seeing which device opens MadOut2 quicker. At 3, 2, 1. And on the iPhone 11, it opens, I don't know how much, there's going to be a timer on screen right there. I don't know how much currently, but there's going to be a timer on screen. As you can see, the iPhone 11 beat the iPhone 7 Plus by a significant amount of time. And now let's check the game performance. The next test is a graphics test to see which device can handle more graphics and if it's worth upgrading to the iPhone 11 if your gameplay on this is a bit slower. So at start, right now, all of these are running everything the same, all the same graphics, and we're going to slowly start turning everything up, seeing where the iPhone 11 will beat the 7, because we want to keep both FPS at about 60. If they drop under 40, that phone has lost. So let's turn shadows on all the way to high, and now let's turn the shadows on this device all the way to high. Alright, still both at 60. View distance, let's bring that all the way up. Color coordination, high. And as, hold on, let me just do it with the iPhone 11. Just at the color coordination, the iPhone 11 stays at 60 FPS, while the iPhone 7 Plus has dropped to 32 FPS. But let's keep going. Let's push these phones to their limits. So the view distance on this one will also be all the way up. Still 60. This one is at 28 now. Let's go down to material quality and change them both to maximum. No, not much of a change. Texture filter. Let's go force on. Still, iPhone 11 still at 60 FPS. And the iPhone 7 Plus still at about 30. Full screen GUI. Both of these on. This no one wants to turn on. It's honestly, no one uses that. This. Motion blur. This is a big one. We're expecting some major frame drops on the iPhone 7. And from here, when turning the motion blur all the way up, you'll get 40 FPS on the iPhone 11, and you will get 14 FPS on the iPhone 7 Plus. Deferred shadowing, turning that on, we will be at a 12 FPS on the iPhone 7 Plus and a 32 FPS on the iPhone 11. Card deformation, that's on. Everyone wants to see that. So that is both devices pushed to the maximum. And just checking this, both of them are frame FPS limits are both on 60, and they're both showing on screen in the game. So if we go back now, taking a look at what's changed, as you can see, a significant difference. Let me just go to the bomber and check this out. Look how smooth this is. And you even have the what is it, reflective, entire thing is reflective. And on here, it's the M3. It's just, how do I describe it? It looks good, but the game performance will not be good. Going back, let's play in a single player game. iPhone 11 is, as you can see, this one loads up first. Now the graphics are actually, they're exactly the same thing. It's just they look different on both devices. Do the difference. Let's just spin the camera around. As you can see, very smooth. Still 40 FPS. It's playable. And now on the 7 Plus, yeah, not really playable anymore. So now let's get a vehicle, and let's see how the game performs. This one, I'll just be using this. This is actually the last time I'm going to be seeing the Bummer M3 on my phone, because the 7 Plus is gonna get parted. Everything's coming out of it, and here I don't have any vehicles, so I'll just spawn one in. Gonna take some time. Alright, so as you can see, the vehicle is loaded. Let's get into it. Radio off. Also, for the sound track of the official game, the OST, original soundtrack, will be making one entire radio station per week. One video will be released, and so let's just act as if this is a car review and head in that direction. As you can see, the game is very slow on the iPhone 7 Plus. I mean, it looks like it's playable, but it's not. And I broke my Xbox controller. I can't connect it to my phone anymore, so I'm not going to go through all the hassle for that. Does it drift still? Still does. And we're just going to stop it right there. We're going to leave that right there. That's how the game performs on there. And for the iPhone 11, as you can see, the game performance, roughly, it's, you could take a look at it, and the game's still beautiful. You've got everything. You're running at 33 FPS, which isn't that bad, to be honest. My bad. So, as you can see from this, dramatic difference from both games. And also the coloring, if we just take a look over, where is it? Right about there. Both games are about in the same spot. Here we go. Right about there. Same spot, but look at the coloring. This is just natural, this is how the game's supposed to be, and the color is completely different. It's that, I mean, you could just go into here, color coordination, and set it to like something like medium. The game will still run at about, roughly about 55 FPS. It might drop sometimes, but as you can see, the game is dramatically different, and this is very slow now. If you do this, you can't really know what's going on here. Definitely realizable. So that is MadOut2 comparison done. And also, add my friend right here on Instagram. Add him, and when he hits 100 followers, he will ask his crush out on camera, and I'll also put that. I'll put that on my YouTube channel. Go ahead and check him out right here. And let me just add the screen recording on both these devices. It's when you decide to screen record on these devices, the screen recording is going to affect how the gameplay works, in case you want to screen record. So I have both recordings on, and as you can see here, the iPhone 11 stays at full about, well, now it went from 50 FPS to 40 FPS, which is normal. It will drop. And on the iPhone 7 Plus, it just lowered by about 2, which isn't that much, but the game's unplayable. Also, a speed comparison of how fast the players do things. getting in the car. In 3, 2, 1. As you can see, that's what it is. Getting out. 3, 2, 1. And then let's go into online and test the game. We are going to go to server, I'd say, let's go to server 2. How fast does it load? 3, 2, 1. iPhone 11 already loaded up, and here it's loaded up. So let's just play in this game for a few minutes, and let's see how the game performs. And not so smooth. And on here, it maintains a good 40 FPS. By the way, they are both still screen recording. There. Alright, that is John Lopez UK, and I am out.